Introducing Passport Bros, your ultimate travel companion. Download the app for free and embark on a journey where your adventures not only become unforgettable memories, but also opportunities to earn. With Passport Bros, your travel content is more than just photos and videos. It's your ticket to a fully monetizable network of like-minded adventurers. Imagine making money from your travel stories. Post videos, share your experiences, and let the world be a part of your journey. But that's not all. Connect with travelers from around the globe, join co-ed groups, and make lasting friendships, perhaps even with foreign women who share your passion for exploration. And here's the best part. Store your earnings securely in your Passport Bros wallet. No hassle, no worries. Just seamless transactions wherever your travels take you. Looking for the best local experiences? Passport Bros has got you covered. Get personalized recommendations for tour guides, rentals, and the hottest clubs in town. That's right. Your passport to a world of adventure is just a click away. And here's the cherry on top. With Passport Bros, you can make money while exploring new places. Turn your passion for travel into a source of income, right from your mobile device. So, what are you waiting for? Download Passport Bros now, share your journey, connect with fellow explorers, and let the adventure begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
All right, family, we are live. Welcome to another show. It is your man BMT in the building. Guys, before we even get started, let me know if I'm coming through loud and clear for the family. All right, we got a hell of a show for you guys today. I haven't been alive in quite some time, but I got a lot to talk about. We're going to touch on a few topics before we get to the topic at hand. I know you guys have seen the viral video by now. More likely you've seen the viral video somebody posted in the Passport Bros Facebook group. I want to give a shout out to everybody in the Passport Bros private Facebook group as well as the Passport Bros app. This story has been going viral of a Black American brother, FBA brother, basically getting finessed, bringing a woman back from Kenya to the States. He was on his Passport Bro-ish, and it looks like, unfortunately, he might have got a little finesse with the green card hustle. So we're going to talk about that today in this video, all right? CC says, I haven't seen the video. Guys, if I'm coming through loud and clear with the audio, just do me a favor before we get started. Hit that one button if my audio is coming through loud and clear. All right, guys? But we have a lot to talk about today. We got 74 guys in the room right now. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button for your boy. We're going to get this party started in just a second, man. Okay, Brandon Clark says, I'm coming through good. That's what's up. That's what's up. Got my man Kevin Johnson in the building. Brandon Clark and Kevin Johnson are also members and on the Passport Bros app. Guys, I just uploaded a video about purchasing a property in Thailand. I've been looking at some properties in Thailand as of recent, and I found out a lot of information, okay? I found out a ton of information as far as purchasing a property, financing a property overseas, particularly in Thailand, and also how to protect yourself when financing a property, even in some cases buying a house here in Thailand. So if you're on the membership or on the app, you did get that video. Very informative video. I did a whole presentation breaking down things, and in some cases, I haven't even heard anybody say this information as far as protecting you as a foreigner, the type of agreements that you need, because out here, believe it or not, a lot of guys get finessed as well when it comes to purchasing a property overseas. Not so much by, the government or anything like that, but more so about the romance, all right? The romance. You got a lot of guys out here getting finessed out of their homes, and there are some protections with that. There does come some protections with that, but they just don't know. It's just funny to me that people will invest hundreds of thousands of dollars in something and not even protect themselves. Okay, but you can protect yourself if you get the right agreements. And I break that whole video down. It's under membership, also in the Passport Bros app. All right. What's going on, yourself, Haslam? It's not money, it's white men in general. We'll talk about it. We might even do a panel. We might do a panel. I actually have to appointment up around 8:30, but we might be able to fit in a panel before I go. And once again, guys, do me a favor and hit that like button for your boy. All right. So the African ladies love money. I got news for you, brother. All women love money. I got my man, it's Dre the Kid in the building. Shout out to my man. Salute to you. It's Dre the Kid in the building. We're talking about foreign properties. You know, I was talking to one of my friends of mine, and he asked me. Matter of fact, I don't think he asked me. I just mentioned it because in my interviews, I always ask the guys the last question, like, what would you have done if you was either in the States to get overseas, you know, full time and everything like that, or I asked them basically, you know, what if you were living overseas, what would you have done different in the last, you know, few years, you know? And in my case, I would say probably purchase a property. You know, I left the United States in 2020. Knowing what I know now, in the middle of the pandemic, they was basically damn near giving away apartments in Poblado. Of course, now apartments are, you know, super high, super expensive to rent and everything. It's like the Airbnb bubble out there. The Westerners are pretty much regentrifying everything. And some of the owners, of course, are, even though they're Colombian, they, you know, they pretty, you know, they stack the prices up on people and people pay them. Coming from the West, they pay them. So that's probably what I would have did. I probably would have invested in a property. But at the time, you know, I didn't really know anybody personally that, you know, was purchasing properties. I knew of people, but it just seemed like it just was so far in my peripheral, you know, as far as purchasing a property. I'm just trying to adjust to the new language, adjust to the new culture, you know, date, you know, casually off and on and everything like that. So that was the last thing on my mind. But knowing what I know now, I would have definitely, you know, probably purchased a property in Medellin because it would have been paid for 10 times over by now in Medellin and Cartagena. And even in some cases, Sosúa. I did think about purchasing a villa in Sosúa, but a friend of mine at the time told me, hey, man, do not do that. You're much better off in Rio or Colombia in doing that. All right. All right. My man Cortez Smith, shout out my man Cortez Smith, 36 Mafia in the building. He said these stories always been happening. People just ignore them because they're not non-black women. Let a Colombian do this. Okay. He said, bro, you in Thailand, the camera in there. I hope it's not janky, brother. I hope it's not too janky. I know it's a little borgy out here, but I got high-speed internet. I'm not sure. All right. So before I get to that, you know, some of you guys might be familiar, and we just gonna keep it rolling. All right. We're gonna keep it rolling. Some of you guys might be familiar with this right here. I'm gonna play this video in concerns of your passport. This is very important. This is going around. People have been making videos about this, about the U.S. government rejecting your passport. Let me play this video real quick. This is kind of crazy. Hold on.
Florida lawmaker Brian Matt.
Let me start that over. All right. So this definitely concerns the passport bros. And this is just crazy to me. All right. Guys, let me know if I'm coming through loud and clear, man. If I'm a little borgy or something like that, or my audio is not that good, let me know. Let me go ahead and play the video.
A new Republican bill may make it easier for the federal government to revoke or refuse a passport to U.S. citizens who voice opinions opposing the U.S. government or the White House stance on issues like the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The bill, introduced by Republican Florida lawmaker Brian Mast, is being debated on Capitol Hill today. But after civil rights groups pointed out the bill gives Marco Rubio and the State Department unilateral authority to revoke passports from U.S. citizens, goes against the First Amendment right of freedom of speech and the 14th Amendment's guarantee of due process, the passport section has been removed for now. The passport section focuses on anyone convicted of assisting terrorist groups, but also anyone considered to be providing material support, something advocates say could be in the form of protest, boycotts, or protected speech. Now, Mast has amended the bill to remove the passport provision, but that still needs committee approval before.
All right.
A new Republican.
Okay. Okay. So I don't know if you guys heard that video. Let me know if you guys heard the video. I know you guys talking about the Kenyan right now, but this is kind of crazy, man, that they can reject your passport, take your passport if you're speaking out against, and they, it's really broad. They said something about, guys in Israel and all that stuff. But that's pretty serious, man. When the government tries to limit your freedom of speech and take your passport, you would think they would want you to leave the country, but they're talking about trying to take your passport just for speaking ill on the American government. That's a real big overstep, in my opinion, and that's really like, they do these policies, and it's really broad. You could be talking about something different. You could be talking about the Charlie Kirk situation, and then somebody can hear it, report you, and they can revoke your passport. So basically they're saying is, if you talk politics and they don't agree with what you're saying in concerns of the policies and politics in the U.S. government, they can take your passport. Mark Rubio and his little goons can take your passport if you hurt their feelings. Okay, that's crazy to me. All right, that is really, very unconstitutional. All right, very unconstitutional. So just keep that in mind, guys. I see a lot of guys getting demonetized on YouTube, speaking out on certain situations, as far as Israel, Charlie Kirk situation, all that stuff. So just be mindful that we are under a different regime right now. All right, we're not under the liberal regime. We're under the, somewhat far right, not the rightest of the right. Because if it was the rightest of the right, it'll be even worse. But it's a different crew in office right now, and they seem to be very extreme when people don't agree with them. They really try to limit people's freedom of speech. I don't do politics on this show or anything like that, but things is changing. So when you're doing your YouTube videos, and this just doesn't apply to America as well. I know a guy that got his visa. He was trying to, get his long-term visa in Colombia, actually. And somehow, I don't know if he mentioned his YouTube channel or something like that, but he actually looked at his YouTube channel, and he had different girls on there, and they pretty much revoked his visa. So just keep that in mind, when you out here in these, YouTube, social media streets. So if you want to kind of move around like a global citizen, you might want to be careful of what you say, basically. All right. Someone said, just copy of Biden and too dangerous. All right. Another thing, and we're gonna get to the King women in a moment. Another thing, I'm gonna give a shout out to my man O'Shea Duke Jackson. This is very interesting to me. So I was in a friend of mine's, business. Basically, he owns a dispensary. I wasn't smoking or anything like that, but I always go holler at him in his dispensary, and it was some Indian guys in there. Right? Let me put his video up. Hold on. Let me remove this.
Then you have God.
All right. Shout out to my man O'Shea Duke Jackson. So I'm in his dispensary, and this is a couple of Indian cats in there, and an Indian guy that they rarely speak to us, by the way. As far as anybody outside of their culture, they really kind of just give you like a weird look. But today, I guess this Indian guy was just like, "Hey, are you American?" He must have heard me talking. I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm from America." He was just like, "Hey, man, I don't know how you feel about this dude, but your president is evil, basically. Like he just does the most. He hates. He's very racist." And I'm sitting here like, it's, part of the norm of American culture. It's baked into the culture. But he was just like, they did this to our visas, and it's really going to hurt. And I'm like, okay, what is I still wasn't really getting what you're talking about, because I'm not really too much concerned about the politics that's going on in America right now. But then I found out about the H-1B visa that Trump just increased from $1,000, I think it was per year, to $100,000 per year. It's like a tariff on U.S. companies that want to hire immigrants, mainly Indians. All right. And O'Shea broke this down in this video right here. Here we go.
Game is officially over. Game is officially over. Then you have guys like this responding to his tweet. The American dream was never supposed.
Hold on, let me play that again.
Game is officially over. Then you have guys like this responding to his tweet, the American dream was never supposed to be for you people. Now, while Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and whoever else is complaining about that, here's the main situation that I want you to figure out.
Harm reduction doesn't matter. You guys just want to support a genocide. Well, look up above me. The unemployment breakdown has been shown, and black people are experiencing unemployment rate at a way higher rate than white Americans.
Now, why is this important? I want you guys to understand what the guy is saying. Since 2024 to 2025, we've talked about the migrants, okay? A lot of blacks were for Trump just getting rid of the migrants, all right? And that he's trying to do. But look at what happened with the unemployment rate. From August 2024 to 2025, we saw that white men were 3.4% of the unemployed, and they've only been unemployed for a 0.5 percentage, right? Points. So it went up 0.1%. White women are actually less employed, okay? But look at for black men. Black men had an unemployment rate of 5.8%. Now it's 7% as of August 2025. Black women, 6.3%, up to 7.8%. What does this show you? Either way it goes, whether they bringing in Indians or other people outside of the country, or not giving H-1B visas. The one thing is this, black people are being pushed out of the economy faster than the others. Now,
all right, so keep in mind, guys, we was the original H-1B visas. Not to say that we was immigrants, but you know, I remember I saw Donald Trump mention all the inventions that Americans invented, and every invention that he mentioned was by Black Americans. All right, there's evidence of us inventing, of course, the light bulb, Lewis Lattimore, also the plane. All right, somebody put a patent on the airplane, the functional airplane. That was a black man that did that. The Gatling gun. Okay, so we got a ton of inventions that were pretty much, you know, either taken from us, finessed, or whatever the reason was. But we was the original guys that they really benefit off of our, you know, our intelligence and our labor. So I don't know how, you know, we pretty much feel about that. I think it's like a yay or nay situation. I do also think that a lot of those jobs that was held, and let me just put this chart up right here real quick. Hold on. All right, hold on. That's another chart. Hold on. Let me put this chart up. All right. So a lot of those jobs from H-1 visas were pretty much Indians, 71% Indians, guys. And I think with the rise of AI, you know, and because it's all really about educational system. When it comes to tech, I mean, you got your talented tent of the tech space, but I don't think it's just they're just a group of people that are just so much more super intelligent in that space than the Americans. You know, I think it's just more educational system. They just learn it. They teach it. They're teaching coding in elementary school versus, you know, our bullshit ass educational system teaching us to be pretty much servicemen, you know, nurses and all that. So it's just a difference of education. They're actually being educated over there in India, right? It was a whole farming system, just like minor league baseball in the Dominican Republic, right? And Trump put an end to that basically. Nobody's going to pay $100,000 every year to hire, you know, somebody from overseas when they can just not pay that and hire somebody in America. That's pretty much what it was done for. And like I said before, with the rise of AI, I mean, I've been doing coding lately alongside AI with my developer, alongside with my developer. So these companies with AI, the whole tech space, it's just changing. What it really means is they don't need you no more. They basically don't need the cheap labor like that anymore. They still want the cheap labor, but they know, these companies know that, hey, AI, you know, and on top of that, you know, you do got people that get out of college and are not able to find jobs with a decent salary because of American inflation. So you got that as well. You got that as well. So could have been, you know, yay or nay move by the U.S. government, but that's what's going on. A lot of them are upset. You know, this was a whole pathway to them to get to the United States, make money, live a certain lifestyle, middle class. It's going to pretty much wipe out their middle class in the States outside of them owning, you know, hotels, the Patel family and stuff like that. So that's a big change. Yeah, the air conditioning, we invented the air conditioning as well. We invented a whole lot of shit. All right. Shout out my man, it's Dre the Kid. Let me catch the super chat in a moment. The U.S. got problems with India now. They are leaning towards China. You see China at 11%. Look at the two highest on the chart. There's your answer. You're absolutely right. It's Dre the Kid. Let me catch his first super chat of the day. I want to give a shout out to my man Brandon Clark, Stocks and Passports, with the $5 super chat. He says, just showing support. I really appreciate all the support, brother. He's also an admin in the Facebook group. All right, so if you've been suspended, hit my man up. Well, shout out to my man Brandon Clark and my man Dre the Kid, who's also admin in the private Facebook group. All right, and I'm gonna read that poll in a moment, family. I also got a poll here. With AI, one programmer can code 2 times faster by himself. Maximize Vitality says, I'm in tech in America, was outsourcing the jobs to India because of the cheap labor. Listen, man, yeah, of course, when I was building the app, I actually got screwed by some Indians, by the way, building the app. But yeah, I mean, it's not even a comparison, though. Anything in tech, you go to, what is it? Upstart, Elance. What's the one called? I forgot the name of the website. I think Elance is the old one. But basically, yeah, you will hire some Indians to develop your application, basically. All right. Like I said before, a lot of things are changing alongside the tech space with AI. All right. So things are changing. That right there disrupts a lot. All right. It seems like this administration currently, like I said, I'm not getting too far deep into the politics of things, but it really seems like everybody is getting it twofold right now. All right. Everybody's getting it twofold right now. We can piss off these Nazis by doing well in other countries. Shout out to my man Astro Knight 282. All right, Drew says so many smart Indians that they can figure out how to stop pooping in the street. All right. Okay, Drew. Make India great again and stay in India. Okay. Hey, you know what? That's going on a lot of places. And the crazy part is, it's like, prejudice really doesn't stop with Black people. And that's the problem when you hold prejudices against people outside of your culture and you try to apply for acceptance in white culture. The one thing I will say about Black Americans, FBAs in general, is we've been around so long that we know that we are not going to be generally accepted. So we created our own subculture, right? We stopped that a long time ago. We like, listen, some of them are cool. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, we grew up with, we go to school with, everything is hunky-dory, but you got some of them that's just on some other shit. And unfortunately, it can even be violent in some cases. All right. So we know this already, but you got the other cultures, other ethnic groups who have been trying to be the model minority and think that they have a closeness to whiteness until they get around, super extremist prejudice. That's when they get the reality check. So they always say, your Negro wake up call, but you also got your Indian wake up call, and they're getting it right now. You got your Asian wake up call, they getting it right now. Right. And we kind of just sitting back. You got your massive Latino wake up call, and Black Americans just sitting back, kind of like, hey, we kind of told you this. A lot of us trying to lead the country. Like, we already told you what was going on. We kind of, we know this already. So we've already made adjustments. We already becoming global citizens. We already saw the painting on the wall when they was marginalizing us. Back in the day, we saw it. And a lot of those rights that these minorities have, and we're going to get the King's Woman in a second, came from our civil rights. That's the kicker. That's the ultimate kicker. Not only did we, were the main engines behind the industrial age in the United States, meaning all our inventions, all our labor, fighting in every single war. All right. We, fought for civil rights, died for civil rights in some cases, and they put it as a massive minority immigrant program on top of it. Right. They brought in all these immigrants to take our jobs and everything. And then they look at us like, okay, what y'all doing wrong? They call us lazy and all this shit. And they don't even understand the history of it. All right. So that's definitely a thing. That's definitely a thing. Okay. $100,000 is not these big corporations. It's about the rich. $100,000 is not for these big corporations. It's about the rich. No, that's going to be a bit deterrent, bro. I don't know what you're trying to say there, Vincent Brown. Would you like an extra foot grease on your mitt? Come on now, CT. He said, yeah, this is actually good news for tech professionals. It is. Oh, Fiverr. That's the one I mentioned. Fiverr. I had the app built on Fiverr. Yo, the app was so funny. Passportbro is app in the development because it took me a couple of years. And guys would run up. Because I raised a couple of thousands. I think I raised about $7,000 total for the app. Of course, that wasn't enough. But, and this, it's just, I tell you, man, being an entrepreneur and everything like that, and taking, losses, going ups and downs, it really shapes your character. But on top of that, the funny story is I can laugh about it now, but I had several apps built, right? The first one was by, acquaintance of mine. It did not work. And I spent a lot of time, almost a year, might have been like 9 months, developing these apps with these Indians on Fiverr. And when I finally spent thousands of dollars, even my own bread, right? Because I really want a platform for us to say that we can do something to ourselves and guys can make money while they overseas. I get the application and it's non-functional. And I'm like, what is this shit? He was like, oh yeah, it's what's the word he said? It's kind of like a blueprint, basically, but it's not the actual app. I'm like, what do you mean it's not functional? Like, it looked like it will function, but you go to start pressing buttons, nothing works. And they was like, yeah, you didn't pay us for us to make it actually functionable. You just paid for this version. I'm like, what? 9 months of this, and we've been going through all these features and everything. The monetization, 9 months, and they basically just got over. Excuse me, I think I got maybe 25% of my bread back. It was crazy. All right, it was crazy. Somebody says 100,000 per year. Small tech companies are not going to take that expense. Not even the big ones. I mean, you got to be. Don't get me wrong. I do believe they'll take the talented 10th, but it's not going to be 71%. I can tell you that right now. It's going to be probably more like 10%, something like that, 15%. It might edge out a little bit more than China, in my opinion. Right. All right, guys. We almost got 200 in the room. Let me check out this poll, and we're going to get to the subject at hand. We've been rolling for about 30 minutes now. Yeah, my stream is looking real janky, man. I don't know what's going on with this internet, man. This is crazy. Are African women becoming too westernized? All right, let me put that up on the screen. Hold on. This is interesting, and I got to find that chart. It was a chart somebody posted in the group. It was a really interesting chart that somebody posted in the group. I want to share this chart as well about the different countries not to date in Africa. I don't know if I can find that though. All right, so here's the poll currently, guys. Let me put this poll up. All right, are African women becoming too westernized? 84% of you guys say yes. Out of 137 votes, 16% say no. Now, I don't know how many of you guys have actually been to Africa or even dated in Africa, but that's 84%. If you've been to Africa, if you dated in Africa, do me a favor and press 1. This is going to be interesting because I think some of you guys haven't even been to Africa. Yeah, my stream a little janky today. I don't know. I'm going to have to see what's going on with that. My stream a little janky today, fam. All right. Come on, BMG. The question is too general. Africa is 54 nations is too broad. Well, if you've been to Africa, just, say what your personal experience is. All right, we got a couple of, oh, damn. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. You guys have been to Africa. What's going on, IBE? If that's the IBE that I know, I think I did a consultation with you. All right, I visited Angola 2 years ago. I had relatives from West Senegal. Now we know, generally speaking, Africa is a big continent and there's different places, but we're talking about the mainstays, Ghana, Kenya, stuff like that. Nigeria, come on. Now, we're not talking about Madagascar or nothing like that, Morocco necessarily. We're talking about the main places that people, that we date from, basically. Okay, Manny Kwaku said, I disagree with the poll. Don't worry, I got some interesting stats. I'm a stats guy, so I got some very interesting stats. All right. All right, so let's get to the video at hand, guys. We almost got 200 in the room. Do me a favor and make sure you hit that like button. My man says I'm half Ghanaian. I'm gonna drop a link momentarily, bro. Don't worry. You want to come on? All right, so this is the video that World Star, and you know they titled it Passport, bro. Okay, so you know they titled that. But let's see. This is Kid Fakeness right here.
U.S. meets Kenya. I'm gonna allow them to introduce themselves, starting with the lady first.
Hey guys, I'm Faith from Kenya.
Okay.
And I'm Keith from USA.
Yeah, and this is our baby. She's called Serenity.
Yeah, she's adorable. Allow them to
Happy. You can see it in his face. My man's happy. He got his family.
introduce themselves, starting with the lady first.
Hey guys, I'm Faith from Kenya.
Yeah, I think she a force.
And I'm Keith from USA.
I said she was
Yeah,
solid.
this is our baby. She's called
Serenity.
Yeah, she's adorable. She's adorable. Okay, so, bro, where are you from in the States?
So I'm originally from Michigan, from Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, you from the D. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we out here.
That's a red flag right there. That's a lot of weed, brother. That's a lot of weed. Red flag number one. That's all. Hold up, guys. Hold on, family. Why y'all so cold with it, bro? Y'all cold than a polar bear toenails. God damn it! I mean, come on, family. You know, I feel sorry for everybody. Y'all in here like he didn't better and this, that, and the other. And come on now, man. Come on now, guys. Got her a sucker, really deal. Yeah, he definitely features. I'm not trying to get. Hold on, let me get past that little music. Master and Tenor not getting married. Okay. Got a nice little family there. Beautiful daughter. All right, my man, the Naughty American Aspect says, my Kenyan woman been with me for 4 years now. All I see, y'all need to be boots on the ground in an African country. Okay. So basically saying you got to stay in Africa. All right. You can see right now, she looks like a totally different person in that wedding photo. Like her skin is like it's a little bleached. She got a bunch of weave in. All right, let me fast forward this. I don't want to keep hearing this damn music. Okay, now she's in America. Like she's a little glammed up now. She got the filter on.
Thank you to my man. And my man. Thank you to my man.
She's with a baller, some balling white guy.
And my man. Thank you to my man.
All right. She bleaching heavy, boy. I don't think her arms even the same complexions. Got her little white sugar daddy. Yeah, it's a white guy. It's a white guy. All right.
U.S. meets Kenya.
All right. It's Kid Fakeness again. So you see her with her brother. She's looking nice and, natural and homely. I'm assuming they possibly in Kenya because Kid Fakeness is out there in Kenya. Brother got married, did the right thing, want to take care of his family. Okay. And it looks like he got to America and she switched up on him. Why are y'all laughing at this? Why are y'all laughing at this? This is not funny, guys. Like, why y'all laughing at this shit? This could happen to you. This could really happen to you. I'm not understanding why the chat laughing at this. I'm gonna drop a link in a moment. Let me see how much time I got. I think I got about an hour. All right, before I gotta get ready. What do y'all say in the comments? Bro, need a DNA test and then full custody? 100% correct. That's 100% correct. So I was looking at some stats, guys. Why is it hilarious? This is not. I'm not laughing at this guy. I'm not laughing at him at all, fam. This is effed up. You got a family in the balance here. This is not funny. Why are y'all laughing? Why are y'all laughing, bro? What's wrong with meeting a female off Tinder? Okay. Not being serious, you know. And that's the same chick now. That's definitely the same chick. She just, I don't know what she did. She was bleaching and she used contour makeup to make her nose smaller. Okay. That's the one thing I can say about these other groups of men, these other ethnic groups of men, these Middle Eastern guys, but mainly. And in some cases, even here, like they have like a code, you know what I'm saying? Like they kind of abide by some form of code of conduct to a certain degree when it comes to their women. In America, there is no code of conduct. A guy, a wife, your girl, she got 3 kids, 3 baby daddies. Dudes is extra thirsty. All right, they'll wipe up a 3 or 4 in a heartbeat. That's another reason. So we can't always blame the women when there's guys out there like this guy who would date her. All right, spend all his little, all his money on her. It's unfortunate, in my opinion. I actually feel sorry for the brother. Somebody mentioned the best thing to do is get a DNA test and then try to get full custody because she's basically on the carousel. All right, it's gonna be he's gonna pump and dump her. This guy doesn't really want him like that. I doubt it. It's hot, unlikely. You know, we come from hookup culture, so she's probably gonna get pumped and dumped 9 times out of 10. All right, but what's interesting, I'm gonna get super chat after I pull this chart up. So I did a little research and I wanted to see the divorce rate in Kenya versus them coming to the States in America. So let's see here. What we got? I think it's this one. Is it this one? Yeah. So check this out. Check this out, family. 1.2% divorce rate in Kenya. All right. Versus in the United States, 45%. I believe it's really higher than 45. Versus Colombia at 9%, which isn't that bad. Versus Thailand, which is 30%, which is, kind of high. Brazil, 21%. South Africa, 17%. And the Dominican Republic is almost as close to the United States at 41%. Okay. I want to say it's 50%. It's always been about 50%. Right. So actually, luck has been going down because I remember it used to be like 51, 52 in America. Luck has been down about 5%, but that doesn't account for all the guys that's pretty much stuck in their marriages and are miserable in sexless marriages, basically. All right. So if you stay in Kenya, looks like 1.2% you're not getting divorced. It looks like what he possibly did wrong. And it's unfortunate, man, because in some cases, while you guys are being funny and getting on a guy, you got guys that had these digital nomad jobs that either lost the job or the company asked them to require them to go back to the States. I had a friend of mine, he had been with a company for 20 some odd years. Something happened, they let him go. All right, he had to return back to the States. And he's basically married, right? So he has to return, to be able to, make his resources and stuff. And that's possibly what could have happened here. His whole intention could have been to stay in Kenya. But unfortunately, he had to come back to America. He brings his family to America. And in America, we know it's a different game. It's a different playing field. So let's look at the divorce rates of, African immigrants in the United States. All right. So Kenyan divorce in the U.S., all right, is pretty high. It's almost at 60%. Okay. So that's just not just, American, Kenyan. Basically, the Kenyan couples, even themselves, are getting divorces. Okay. That's if they come to the States, right? They're married, 60%. Okay. That's pretty high. Sub-Saharan African immigrants in general, almost 75%. So basically, this is saying that when these couples come to the United States, the women pretty much are like, hey, I'm out. I'm out. I see what the move is. I want a baller. Okay, I'm not with this whole getting my next generation of kids educated. I'm going for the gusto. They got ballers out here. You got guys driving around Maybachs, more disposable income. I'm ready to be a side chick. I'm infused with the rap music, city girls. There you have it. So it's not just, Americans bringing over foreign women. This is just a chart just in general. It's actually even higher for them. So basically, let me show the other chart. Well, I said again, it's just the raw stats here. Divorce rates at 1.2%. Like, what do we tell you guys? What do we all? I guess that super chat. Hold on. All right, hold on. My bad. I'm going to super chat. Chill with Will with the 5 super chat says, "What's good, BMT? Been a minute. I wonder if he vetted her correctly." We don't know. We don't know. He had a baby with her. He doesn't seem like the type of guy that was looking for a certain type of female. He just wiped up a street girl or something. He seems from his demeanor. He didn't say much in the video, but he seems from his demeanor to see like just a FBA guy. Wanted something different. He had the game plan correct. I really think, in my opinion, I really do think that more or less he probably had to come back to the States, right? More or less he had to come back to the States, and he brought her back to the States. We don't know the full story, but we see the divorce rate is sky high when you bring them back from Africa to the United States, even amongst Kenyans themselves. So that says a lot. Let me show this chart again. 1.2% in Kenya, right? Upwards of almost 60% when they get to America. Okay? That's pretty high. Yeah, it is insane. It kind of lets you know what it is. Real talk. It just lets you know what it is. Okay? African women been scandalous since the biblical days. Okay, deal. Y'all in the comment section. All right, Mufasa, why you say he don't look street smart? He got to be street smart to pick the right wife? All right. Unfortunately, Africans are the only group doing this. Even European women don't at this rate. Die99 super chat says, "Can I be a mod?" Yeah, you sure can. Actually, you can be a mod. I don't know if I can do that live on the show, but I will run this back and make you a mod, brother. Somebody said the Moors were the first passport bros. All right. Bruce M2 said it is the culture that keeps them in check in Kenya. Would y'all agree to that? Would y'all agree to it's the culture that keeps them in check in Kenya? Mufasa says, Shabazz says, yes, you need to be identified chick that's hustling you. All right, Mufasa, I'm gonna drop a link. I know you, brother, so you don't have to cam up necessarily unless you want to. If you're free, available. Okay. But matter of fact, let me play this video and I'm gonna drop a link. If you guys want to pull up for a moment, you guys are welcome to pull up. If I know you don't necessarily have to cam up. If I don't know you, cam up, man, because you got a bunch of weirdos out here. I'm gonna drop a link and I'm gonna play this video as you guys pile up in the room. Hold on, let me play this video by my man, the Feel and Vibe Show.
That have settled in Nairobi or
All right. I think the volume is low for some reason. I don't know why the effing volume is so low. All right, shout out my man Phil Vibes.
And let's go and check that out.
There's a bunch of Black American men that have settled in Nairobi or settling in Nairobi, and they're making content around Kenyan women being soft, feminine, sweet, and they are being treated like kings compared to how they are being treated in America. And as a Kenyan woman, I'll be honest, it's the money, bro. Is the dollar that you came with from US, hey, that is giving you that level of treatment. Let the dollar run out, Troy. Let the money run out. That's when you will find out that Kenyan women can also be rude and disrespectful. You want to play with Nairobi dating scenes with no finance, Troy? It's not the accent that is sustained that relationship. It's not the bling bling. Huh? It's not the dreadlocks. It's not the fact that you're saying you're related to Kanye West.
Pause. You guys out there saying y'all related to rappers and stuff to get in the good graces of Kenyan women?
It's not the fact that you're saying you're former producer of Drake. It's not the fact that you're saying that you know Beyonce from the blog. No. It's not the hip hop songs. It's the fact that you came with a dollar sign. Let the money run out. That's when you will find out that in Kenya, money speaks multiple languages. I know they're not telling you the truth. It's not because you have the most charming personality.
When you got a woman that leads, and I trust me, I understand how important resources are, but when you got a woman that leads, because the games that some of these women play, right? Like, I would say, in my opinion, she wouldn't qualify for that game. For me personally, I'm not saying she's attractive or unattractive. I would just say that for her to play that game, in my room, and can talk for most FBAs right now, she wouldn't qualify. I would just say that. If you're going to play that game, if you know inertly that this woman is just there for money, all right, I don't think she would pass and qualify, because if that's the case, why don't you get a straight dime? All right, a baddie, So she's being kind of cold when she's saying, "Oh, just the money, just the money." Okay, that's cool. That's cool. It could be just for the money, but you don't qualify for that. At least in my opinion. What y'all think? I don't think she would qualify for that game. That's a heartless game. That's played by 8, 9s, and 10s. If you're in the 6, 7, 8 range, more or less, I wouldn't qualify you personally. All right.
It's not the fact that you have a nice accent and you have, nice culture. Leroy, is the dollar.
It's the dollar.
The dollar runs out. That's when you find out the truth. In Kenya, we say, mapenzi ni pesa. Pesa ikiisha, mapenzi imeisha. Asante.
Now, I can tell you. Let's go ahead and check that out.
Yeah, there's a bunch of black Americans. Dollar runs out. The truth. In Kenya, we say, mapenzi ni pesa. Pesa ikiisha, mapenzi imeisha. Asante.
Now, I can tell you.
All right. So basically, I don't know why I cut off right there, but basically he was just saying that, you do have women out there like that. That's on that city girl stuff. And I've been told this. I haven't been to Kenya, but I've been told this as well. All right. Shout out my man, Savali. He died on the super chat. Really appreciate it. He says, "I'm Kenyan in the States, but I would never do this." All right. I want to bring my man Mufasa on. Shout out my man Mufasa. I had somebody else in the back end. Mr. Miyagi, you got to cam up for a second, but I think I know you, but I just want to make sure. What's going on, Mufasa? What's good with you, bro?
Hey, peace, bro. It's all good. I would run my cam. I'm driving though, so yeah, if I start breaking up, it's because I'm driving.
No, it's all good, man. How you been, brother? Before we even get started, man, shout out to you, brother. You've been around since the beginning. Man, I might have like 200 subscribers when we used to link up.
Yeah, it's a trip, bro. Yeah, I was heavy in the manosphere back then. It's crazy how long you've been doing this. Shout out to you.
I know, right? Yeah. Right. I got gray hairs now. I thought as a young gun, I got gray hairs on YouTube, man. But I would consider you. I mean, you go to Africa a lot, brother. Have you been to Kenya?
No, I ain't been there yet, bro. I don't know if I told you on the last one. Me and my daughter was packed up. We had everything. We paid for them expensive ass COVID tests, or excuse me for cussing, but we paid for them COVID tests. And as we were asleep, the president shut the country down for COVID. So we was out there. I had my safari booked, all that. Yeah. So I was almost there, but I missed it. My best friend went though. He went with his family and his 3 kids. So he said he loved it. He said he loved it. Yeah. So he told me a lot about it, but I haven't made it yet. I spent most of my time just to let the people know. I basically I've been to Africa about 5 times, and I stayed in Nigeria for about 4 months. At one point, Ghana for about 3 weeks, and just other trips. And yeah, and I pretty much exclusively go to black countries. But yeah, I've been to a few, I spent some time in Africa.
Okay. Let me get the naughty American expat, and I'm gonna get your opinion in a second. Let me catch the super chat. Hold on, I had you on there. Majority of passport bros aren't attracted to black women. That's not true, bro. So of course your poll is skewed, and the commentaries are saying black women are all the same. JK,
It's not true.
Agree with that.
It's something to what he's saying, though. It's something to what he's saying, bro. Come on, man. It ain't all the way true, but it's something to what he's saying.
Okay. Well, what do you think is true about what he's saying?
It's a lot of brothers like that. Like, for instance, if you look at all regular black men in America, right, and compare them to passport bros, the passport bros is going to lean more towards non-black women, like way more than the average black community.
All right, Mufasa, do you mean like Afro Latinas?
Nah, I'm not even talking about Afro Latinas. Don't count. I'm talking about other chicks, Thailand, white Latinas, or real light Latinas, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Basically,
okay.
Yeah,
I still don't think that's the majority, though, because
not the type of dudes that's trying to mess with no African.
I don't know, man. We have to do like a whole poll, because I just don't. I think guys at this point in the game, depending on the age as well, I don't even think they care. I just think they want somebody they can vibe with, that's going to be there for them at some point. At least for me. Maybe I'm speaking for myself, but most of the guys I see in this space are generally going to be dating like Afro Latinas for the most part. That's what I see.
All right.
Let me know if you agree in the chat, though. Maybe I'm speaking outside of my neck. Let me know if you guys agree in the chat. Mr. Miyagi, are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you quite well, sir. How's everything going?
Yeah, going pretty well. How about you?
Doing good, man. What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, my thoughts on this is that I came kind of late in the show. I came around the time where you showed the marriage stats, divorce stats, and all that. And the conclusion I come about is that, yeah, basically just don't bring them to the United States, because especially that those stats clearly show that, yeah, if you bring them here, it's almost a guarantee that they're going to divorce you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
what I was trying to say earlier was in terms of having street smarts, I feel like your analysis of women is similar to what you see back home. But the thing is, with certain dudes like you, for example, or whatever, from like what you said, you had a lot of experience in America. So the thing about your experience in America is you got to have multiple women, and you got to have a full understanding of what it's like when a woman is into you for you. You see what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't until I started to travel. I remember when I was in Jamaica, it was the first time I got a glimpse of a chick going after you because you got money or any type of energy like that. Because, I'm from Cali, they don't really do that like that. It's not really about pursuing people for money. So if you have that experience, you'll be able to know what it's like, and you'll be able to take a look at women, the different women that you date, and kind of put them into different categories. But if you don't have the experience, the savvy, or the confidence, you're just going to fall for the same tricks. Like, okay, I'm going to just take the easiest chick, and then I'm going to go for that, and I'm going to overlook all the issues because I don't got the game to know anyway. So, yeah, I think you do got to have some type of something, bro. I said street smart, but you get my point. You got to be able to identify a chick, because they got the same types of chicks in Africa, too. The ratios are just different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
The ratios are different. So, yeah, you got to know what you're looking for, bro. You can't just be out here goofied up just, oh, yeah, I'm going to just get the first Tinder chick,
Okay, hold on, Mufasa. So you don't think that some women can just fool guys at the same time? Like, no matter how so-called street or experienced you are? I used to think the same thing until I almost got finessed. Listen, I was one of those guys who like, yeah, that's impossible. I've been through too much. I've been through too many relationships. But I almost got finessed in the DR. You know what I'm saying? Didn't happen. I came to my P's and Q's eventually, because I remember while we was, dating, she would always mention about going to America. I'm just like, damn, this is the third time she mentioned this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I told this chick I don't live in America. So why you keep bringing that shit up? So yeah,
Nah, you can. I mean, because you could fall for that in America, but at the same time, I don't know how old the dude is or how much experience he got. You know what I mean? So you could fall for something anywhere, but I'm saying it's a lot of dudes out there that's taking this passport route that don't have the initial experience. So you basically just slim like right for the ticket. Like these chicks see you coming a mile away. They try all the little tricks, all the little stuff you or me might see, and like the obvious stuff, and we weed them chicks out. They gonna go for it because they don't know no better, or they're just so thirsty for whatever reason. So yes, you could still fall for it, but it's certain people that's gonna fall for it way easier.
So basically, you saying my man was game goofy a little bit.
Honestly speaking, that's what it looks like. But let's be real. We
Damn,
don't even know the situation.
How do you get that just off a little like a normal dude? Like I didn't see him as being game goofy, and she looked like a very natural, woman. She didn't look a certain way at all into the wedding.
Aside from the skin bleaching.
Nah, come on, fam.
Yeah, but
you got skin bleaching. You got like this yaki weave, whatever she was doing at the thing. Then you got the switch up with the makeup. So the fact that we seen 3 different chicks in just 3 videos, I'm like, okay, what was he seeing before this? That's the first thing I'm thinking. Then aside from that, we don't really know the story. He could have left her for all we know. I'm just saying, based on the small sample size you gave, I'm like, okay, any chick skin bleaching off top, you got to know what it is. Like I've talked to chicks. Like, remember, I was in Nigeria. I've sat and talked to chicks about skin bleaching, just picking their brain, just whatever. And it don't take long, no more than 5 minutes to figure out these chicks is just basically just lost in the sauce. No chick you would ever take serious if you're paying attention. So if a chick is doing anything that looks like skin bleaching and you taking her seriously, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But now at the end of the day, we don't know the story fully. So he could have left her. We don't know. But I'm just saying it's just a couple signs with what I saw.
Okay. I'm gonna shout out to my man Manny Kwaku. I might already said this, but just in case, $2.79. I appreciate that, brother. Says salute BMT. Can I join the panel? Of course you can. I just dropped a link in the chat. And real quick, I want to point. I don't know if you guys can see that on the screen, right quick. This was posted in the Passport Bros app. He said avoid. This was based off that video. He also posted a video of some African women underneath. I don't show that, but he says avoid marriages in this parts of Africa. Majority of women on this marked locations are prone to cheating and immorality. They only good to I'm not gonna say that part, but you see, you circled Nigeria, and he circled Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa, Botswana. You see the Namibia. What do you say to that, Mufasa? And I got you. I don't know if you've been to Africa. What do you say?
Yeah, ain't got nothing to do really with what he circled, bro. That don't really mean nothing. What you got to look at is it's a few things. I would say look to see if you equally yoked with the chick. Don't go all the way down to the very bottom. You know what I'm saying? To get a chick where y'all not really matched up. Try to find one educated, a little better background, and then avoid the cities. So he should have circled like the big cities. If you go outside the city and find women that's raised other places, that's what you should be looking at. Not whole countries.
Okay. Mr. Miyagi, you want to say something real quick? And I got you guys in a second. Mr. Miyagi, you got anything else to say?
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, I don't think men should be generalizing, all African women, because Kenyan, no offense to Kenyan, people or women, but Kenyan women are kind of known to be on the white man worshiping type of
thing. Love white men. They love white men.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say,
and you know what? I see that out here too. I see that out here a lot too. Like you'll see them. They might not even talk to you. Walk right past you to a 75-year-old white guy. You know what I'm saying?
And plus too, from what I heard about the story about the guy, he found her on the coast of Kenya. Apparently, where Mombasa is.
Hold on. Is that confirmed? How you find that out?
Yeah,
now you're basically saying he went to the African version of Sasua, basically.
Yeah, like now I don't know if it's true or not. I read it from like Reddit, like on the Passport Bros, subreddit. But like they said he went on Tinder and found her in like the coastal area of Kenya. And like if you don't know, the coastal area of Kenya is like where the women be basically, I would say like this, catering to white men the most. I'll just say it like that because I can't get so yeah.
Okay.
But overall, I just wanted.
That's where the naval base is too. That's where.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of Westerns. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just wanted to overall say before I finish is that like just because Kenyan women are on the white man worship type thing, it don't mean like a African woman that like Mali is or Niger, for example. So yeah, I'm just saying don't generalize for the most part.
Somebody said that's just not Kenya. That's Earth, fam. Oh, shout out my man Sir Wolfo. Shout out to you, brother. I think I had you on panel last week. Haitian King, you there?
No, bro, that ain't Earth, bro. It's a little different in Kenya.
Hello. What's good, Haitian? You got anything to say? And I got you, Manny. You got anything to say, Haitian?
What was the whole thing about the time?
Oh, okay. Haitian, get out of here. I don't know what you're talking about. He's like in the bed sleep. Manny, you there?
Yes, sir. What's going on, BMT?
Hey, what's good, man?
Oh,
yeah,
big fan of you.
Clear.
Oh, perfect. I'm a big fan. I've been following you since 2020.
Oh, my early days.
Yeah.
My early days.
Hell
back
yeah.
in COVID.
Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. That's how I discovered you. You and DJP. And you guys kind of influenced me to go to Brazil and really take traveling seriously. So salute to you and keep up the good work, BMT.
Oh, appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that.
Yes. I also wanted to add on to this whole situation. I actually found out on WorldStar, but I went on her Twitter account and she's claiming that she was abused. I literally comment and ask her, well, I'm curious, how did he abuse you and whatnot? She has a video like 10 seconds talking about, oh, he abused me. I'm the one that humbled Passport Bros.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah, on her TikTok. You can go on her.
She said that?
Yeah, she's on TikTok.
Oh, hold on. You remember her tag?
I don't remember by heart. I'd have to log on my TikTok and find it.
Okay. And she basically said she humbled a Passport Bro?
Yeah, like she humbled. She didn't say it, but like in the caption, she's talking about how she humbled a Passport Bro. And then if you look at the comments, there's a bunch of bed wenches like saluting her. Go, sister, girl, go.
Yeah, I seen them comments, man.
Disgusting.
Yeah, them comments were real.
Oh, you seen it on TikTok?
I gotta find this. Hold on, I gotta find this.
Oh yeah.
So she's claiming that he abused her, basically.
Right. And I asked her, well, how? But I don't believe it, honestly. No, I don't believe it, honestly, because the guy, Keith, he has a YouTube channel. I've been kind of following him for the past couple of years. And I believe he met her online and whatnot, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he said he met her on Tinder.
I'm not sure if it was Tinder. I'm not sure, but...
It was Tinder.
Oh, damn.
Okay, I still can't. I'm looking for it. I can't find it.
I think it's like Kimberly something.
Okay, I think I found. I think I found it. Yeah, I found it.
Okay, sweet.
Hold on, guys. Let me see if I can. Okay, let me look it up. Okay, Shania Kimberly.
Yeah, that's the one.
Hold on, my man Mufasa. I'm looking at the TikTok, brother. You might be right. Hold on, let me see. Oh, damn, she got 244,000 followers.
Mm-hmm. And I was like scrolling through her
204?
244,000.
204?
Yeah.
No.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 244,000. And I'm looking at her stuff. And I'm like, okay. So she's saying that Passport Bro. I'm gonna upload this in a second, guys. She's saying Passport Bro thought paying money to World Star Hip Hop to post me as a bad woman will make me cry. Jokes on you. I use dust to build my kingdom. Y'all just embarrass yourselves. I'm unshakable. I'm a queen. Y'all go hear your self-esteem. No women want you in the USA. My self-esteem can't be lowered. Put me on a billboard next. I don't get shaken. Passport Bro 0. Kenyan women 100 and leading. God damn.
Yo, hey BMT.
I mean, you guys see it yourself. I'm gonna record it and I'm gonna put it up in a second. Mufasa, goddamn, brother, you right. But go ahead, brother. What you gonna say?
All right, cool. I'm good.
What you gonna say, Manny?
Bro, go ahead. He said what I wanted to hear.
Oh yeah, BMT. Keep in mind that Kenya is the same country where you heard of the story of Mike Oliver.
No, I have not heard the story of Mike Oliver. It sounds familiar though.
Oh, Manny, have you heard of it?
No, I'm not familiar.
Well, basically, what happened is that a couple years ago, you had some white guy tourists go to Kenya, and basically he was able to run through like about 100 plus women in like a short amount of time.
That kind of sounds familiar. Did he infected them with the HIV?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I kind of remember now. Okay, I remember. Okay, I just couldn't remember the name, but I remember that story.
That happened in America too, though. That happened like in I think in
one of the southern
North Carolina.
Yeah,
it was like Florence.
Somewhere in the south.
It was with that DJ kid. It was like that DJ, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, like this is like Kenyan women. Yeah.
I mean, you could do that.
I guess we could say some Kenyan women.
No, you could do that in any third world country, bro. To be fair, and you see somebody.
Oh yeah. Fair point.
Hold up, we got Passport Creed in the house. Passport Creed, take yourself off mute.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey, what's good? What's good? I'm gonna upload these videos. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Yo, she got that filter on, the wig on, the skin bleach. Hey,
yeah, she clearly trying to look like a white woman.
That. He couldn't see that. You see what I'm saying?
Hold on, who's that? Mufasa? Who that's Mufasa?
Yeah, this Mufasa telling me he couldn't see that, brother. Come on.
I mean, the 244,000 followers. That's to me, that's a red flag. We already know that what that's going to be about.
Mm-hmm.
But did she have all that following before they got together? Because I seen
no.
So she did. Okay, so she gained all that in the U.S.
Yes.
Sheesh.
Wait. When did she get to the U.S.? Like when did when he bring her back?
I think it was like about a year ago, if I'm not mistaken. He has a year.
So all this happened in 12 months?
Yeah. About a year ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, that's fast.
Yeah. I mean, that ain't unbelievable or nothing.
Like I seen the girl. I'm like, I don't see the wow factor, but I know a big sector of YouTube are into that interracial, Viking and black woman relationships. I know that's like an easy.
Yeah, you get like a cult following with that.
Yeah, very very fast too. Look, what's that one off that love show? The with the young white guy and the young black chick. I mean, yeah, that one. They're damn near superstars.
Yeah. Wait a minute! Didn't one of the black women, like, she found her Dominican boyfriend or whatever was racist and talking bad about her, right? Is there a situation like that? Or I might be thinking of something else.
That's funny.
No, I'm talking about Nicolade or Nicolide or something with that Love Island relationship.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
But from what I've seen today, it doesn't matter how much game you really got, because in this dating game in 2025, you're not really safe around the world, because you still have to take that risk no matter where you meet the woman.
No,
you still have to take
that, brother.
Let me get my chance. Let me get my chance to land my plane. Let me get a chance to land my plane. It doesn't matter where you meet, unless you literally grew up side by side with the chick. You probably can limit your chance of a risk of a crash and burn. But you taking the chance, especially overseas. I mean, there's no guarantee. Is a possibility that it could work? Yes. It's a possibility that it could crash and burn? Yes. But it's all a risk. No matter how much you try to limit the risk, it still could crash and burn in your face.
I hear that. I hear what you're saying, but what you doing, bro? Like that's like seeing a serial killer and saying nobody's perfect. If you see a chick writing TikTok posts like that, why would you marry a chick talking like that, bro? Why would you even do
He
that?
just said he just
yeah, he didn't see
good.
that beforehand. Well, okay, let me take that back.
How did you
It,
miss
it
it?
was some
You feel what I'm
it was
saying?
some post with the ass out. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't.
No, but what I'm saying, if she writing like that now, you think she developed all that in a year? He had to see some signs that that's the type of energy she was on. So I'm not. You right, brother. Everything you said is correct. But to try to apply that to messing with these chicks that talk weird and move weird, you got to see that coming, bro.
From what I've seen, I'm trying to see how much of this social media fame that she have when she had the kid on kid greatness video, because she just was just extra regular. With if she had nothing then and he already had a kid with her, Ted, once you have a kid with a woman, you pretty much responsibly you stuck with her. So if she had a kid with her and he wanted to take the chance. I mean, how do you know in 12 months that she was going to be a social media superstar, or at least gain 250?
I'm not saying the superstar part. That ain't even really the issue. The issue is the verbiage that she's using and how she's talking. You see what I'm saying? So just the fact of how she's talking, it lets me know how she's consuming media, what she's watching, what she's trying to be. And I'm saying he had to see that. And I'll tell you, I spent months in Africa and talked to a lot of different people. You could see the fake ass people that's trying to do that, trying to act like they from Britain, trying to do it. You see them a mile away if you're looking for it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not talking about the followers. I'm talking about look how she's talking. You could tell that he should have been able to see that. That's what I'm saying.
But don't you think like a lot of women?
Hold on, Passport Creed. I got you in a second. Maximilian with the $9 super chat says, Check is in Burkina Faso. Those chick looking all right. Oh, shout out to Check. He is over there. And I got my man Big Boss Real Talk in the building with a $5 super chat. Your best friend Kid Greatness originally did the interview with her and her simp husband about a year or so ago. Dude got with her instantly with no vetting. Shots, my man Big Boss Real Talk. Man, y'all cool with it, bro. Like, so y'all basically saying that he. I mean, yeah, shit.
Yeah, I did hear that part as well, where everything was kind of fast tracked. They got together, and she kind of just he never kicked her out, and I guess everything with he was stuck in the honeymoon phase. I guess you would say.
Yeah, I mean, it can happen.
Once you get a chick pregnant, man, the game kind of changes because most guys want to be a responsible. They don't give us the credit for that for being for black men, but most of us want to raise our family. Especially when you have a daughter, you try to make it work.
Nah, bro, things happen, bro.
What a confidence booster.
Oh, that's her.
Look at that highlight.
Hold on, that's her. Hold on. Let's play this.
Ooh, wee.
Yeah, man. It sounded strange right there.
You keep getting proven right again and again. Every time I put something up, you just hold on.
What a confidence booster. Look at that highlight. Fling, fling, fling. Aibo.
Oh, she got a personality, though.
Man, she's how evil as heck.
Look at that highlight. Fling, fling, fling. Aibo.
Hey, she got a personality, though. Yo, that's crazy. That is crazy. Now, hold on, man. I gotta see what she's saying. They're saying in the comments, bro. That is crazy.
You know a lot of black women gonna love this.
Damn, she just a passport, bro. I didn't even know this.
That one just came out heavy.
Mm-hmm. I can already see it right now. He thought he was gonna find something different overseas. You already know it's in there.
Oh, they are roasting us in the comment section. As an American sister, I'm proud of you.
See?
Enjoy life, my sister. There's no trophy in poverty. I'm proud of you.
It's filthy work.
They're saying stuff in Kenyan. Okay, it's a lot of Kenyans saying it in the stuff in their language. He expected to be worshipped. I don't care if he did it for love. He wasn't forced. Go girl, go girl. Show us how to do this. Okay. It's a lot of Kenyans in here. They speaking the Kenyan language. So I can't. The passport, bro, and a Mahahi. I don't know what that means. They saying I need to take notes. Damn. They are roasting us in the comment section of her video. She's getting full support, hearts, emojis. I don't know if you guys can see that. She's getting fully supported here, family. Throw your family away and get with a white man.
Yeah, right? It's disgusting.
See, you don't see BMT. Do you see any women in there trying to say, don't ruin your family, stay with him? Do you see any of that in there, or you got to dig? You got to dig more.
I didn't see any of that.
Nah,
good luck looking for
that. Right?
Yeah, you ain't gonna find it.
Hold on, I'm super proud of you.
Wow.
It's funny though, brother. Don't none of us know all the details.
Somebody says my confidence is boosted now. So it's a lot. It's mainly Kenyans in this section, by the way. So that's why I can't really.
Yeah, the biggest winches on the continent.
Everybody's saying confidence boosters. Sisterhood is proud of you.
Wow.
Somebody saying sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Hey, you know what, man? I feel kind of bad for the brother. I know you guys like, you know, but I just feel like, man, it'd be different if you have a kid with him.
Yeah, I'm interviewing BMT. He has a YouTube channel,
man. No, I feel bad. So, I mean, he got the baby, but you know, things happen. But it don't take away from the fact that, you know, a chick that'll make a post like this post and the other thing you did, you probably don't want to marry no chick talking like that. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel bad for him. Shit, it happened to the best of us.
They really saying sisterhood is proud, bro. They are going off. This shit got so many hearts, likes, emojis. Thanks. Why is it so? Why they're so proud to see a black family get torn apart?
Because I think nobody's
even thinking about the daughter. Nobody's even thinking about the value of having her father around at all. It's all about you got to America and you got your rich white man.
Mm-hmm. Because majority of these women, they're repulsed by a majority of black men. I mean, why would you parade a family destruction compared to vice versa? If this was a black man doing this, they would be shaming him, and all the women tabloids would be over there crucifying him, saying that he destroyed his family. Look at Offset; he's getting blamed for Cardi B going to have a baby with another guy while still married. And if he did that, they would have been talking about this for a whole month against him, not with him.
Okay, hold on, guys. I got a little but okay, let me get some super chat real quick. Shout out my man Kirby P Films with a $5 super chat. He's also a member. Kirby, check out that last video I just dropped if you're interested in buying a property in Thailand, brother. He says, what up, BMT? Gentlemen, please travel safe. Gentlemen, please travel safely. All right, I got one comment here. Buy a passport, bro. He says, it's very simple. Go to ICE, and it says she's married him for paperwork and citizenship, and ICE will deport her and cancel her visa. And citizenship is done right. Report her to ICE. So you got one brother in there saying report her to ICE.
What about your kid, though? What about your kid? What about your kid?
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, you know what, man? When it comes to black, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Hold on. Let me be blatantly honest with my brothers for a moment. But when it comes to being a black man and having children, your mother, your mom plays a large role. So if he has a strong mom, she can play the maternal role and get her ass up out of there. Because if your kid has to go with her back to Africa, that's not gonna go good either. So hopefully, you know, if you got a mom or a grandma or sister around, you can, you know, at that young of an age, she's going to deal with her mom, but you can kind of put a maternal figure in her life, you know.
Yeah, now she out here solo, bro. She ain't got no family.
You know, black moms be hella good grandmas now.
No, but I'm saying she gonna need
black moms be the best grandmas.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Nah, they ain't in America. Game changer.
Okay, let me drop.
Yeah, she gonna need support. She gonna need support.
Hey, well, like I said, I want a lot of these brothers to see the reaction and look at the support of a woman that can go and destroy her family, and all women support her. But if you grab your passport and then you travel overseas, you're the bad guy. I just want your brothers to see that and to continue to see that, because it's like I'm the only one that sees that.
Well,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
why
to
I don't
play
listen to
devil's
them.
advocate,
That's why you don't listen to them. Simple as that.
I was gonna say to
I
play
agree.
devil's advocate. I think she has a bed winch channel, so I think they're all cheering because she left the black man and went to the white man. Isn't that
Yeah.
like what it looked like? Yeah.
Yeah, look,
Yeah,
look
that
how
is
It
what it
don't take
is.
away from what you're saying. I'm just saying I think that's what it
look
was.
how upset they got with Travis Kelsey for going back and marrying a white woman. You know, like I'm pretty sure a white man would want to marry a white woman that looks like his mom, and then they shamed him for that. It's crazy.
All right, hold on. Let me catch a super chat by my man, Big Boss Real Talk. The $2 super chat, man. I really appreciate you, bro. Good looking. He says, Boss will be in Kenya in 2 weeks for revenge. All right, okay. All right, so hold on. Now I'm gonna bring in somebody, game changer. You know, Passport Bros for life. Y'all let her say what she got to say for a momentarily. Hold on, let me bring her in. Welcome to the show, Zed.
Oh man, here we go.
Zed, you there? Okay, go ahead, game changer. She's not saying anything. Go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay. So I actually remember I'm the nicest person here on YouTube. So here is the thing. This should prove to you guys that women are not submissive by nature. You guys refuse to believe that we do not like submitting, just like you don't like submitting. This lady was not, changed because of American culture. She had not lived here enough for the culture to get to her. She just, that is her natural being. Naturally, women are not submissive, just like you all guys are not submissive. And I am so happy that, because there is absolutely nothing an African woman would get from you guys, from Passport Bros. You guys are black woman haters. You guys are
no leadership, no guidance, no visions, no protection.
We
don't offer anything at all in your work.
No. You don't offer anything. Have I ever said we need leadership from men? We don't need leadership. We want equality, and we cannot be equal if one has to lead. We don't want equality. We don't want you to lead us. We want you to be equal to us. And when there is equality, there is no leader or submissive. So I am so happy.
If you want equality, join the military.
Okay.
Join
so
the military.
Thank you. Understand this, and fellas, we got to understand this when we're dealing with black women, foreign or domestic, especially the ones that speak English. And that is, they desire more than anything in the universe to be like white women. So when white women in the 50s were, the face of white women was submissive, black women followed suit. That's how you had the Coretta Scott Kings in the supportive sister era. They weren't doing that because of their nature. They was doing that to be like white women. Now, Zed says that, our base nature isn't submissive. It seems like, and, this is just judging by their actions in the past 250 years, it seems like they don't really have a base nature other than following white woman's base nature and hairstyle. Just saying. So now that she's gone, I wanted to say something if I can.
Oh yeah, Zed dropped off. She just talked about shit in rows.
Well, no, she was on my channel too. She dropped off because she knows she's intellectually vested. So that's just what she does. Nevertheless, that being said, I want to talk about the Kenya situation. I didn't like how Austin, when he went to Kenya, how he just insulted brothers and said, Passport Bros are selling you a dream. It was on this very panel that he was saying that Passport Bros are selling you a dream. Latin American women, and he was talking about Brazilian women. They prefer white guys, and Passport Bros isn't going to tell you about. Well, what about this? Like, how do you account for this? It's really the same scenario. It's just that dude was more vested. Now, Austin, he's not mentioning this preference that they have for who is perceived to have the largest income. He's not doing that at all. I think that that's something that we definitely need to address.
I think there's a tier.
It's interesting that he got interviewed by Kid Fakeness. And it kind of didn't age that well.
Greatness himself said that they prefer, his own words. He was saying that they prefer Black American men. But here you go.
I just think the dude was just green, bro. It felt like he was inexperienced, bro. Like he said, he just rushed into a marriage like that. That's crazy. You know what I mean?
He did knock her up pretty quickly, and so it's like, well, what do I do? Do I leave her here? Do I bring her back? She probably was saying the right thing. I mean, you took the chance. I mean, first mistake was getting a chick pregnant that you barely know. 12 months is definitely not long enough.
Okay, I'm gonna super chat, and I got you, Maximilian. Big Boss for real top of the 5 super chat. Shout out to you once again, bro. He said, "C can't win if you pee." I should have known. If you pee for pee monger, they cry. You take advantage. If you try to do the right thing and marry and raise a family, they take advantage.
Facts.
Oh damn, y'all agree with that?
Exactly. I think people got to take some accountability, bro. Like even from that last post, but it seemed like the chick's a little off, bro. It seemed like she might have like some mental something going. I don't know. You think he didn't see that, bro? He didn't have the opportunity. Yeah, but I don't think all women are equally off, though.
This is what I'm thinking. She just like, bro. You see how she's on TikTok? She got influenced by Black American women, bro, and the states.
Absolutely.
You could just tell. You could
Yeah,
tell
the
by her
American
body
culture.
language, bro. You could tell.
She was probably influenced even before coming to America.
No. I mean, they may take on the style of Black, but they're cherry picking the worst women to try to be like, because they're already like that.
But what's promoted to them?
Like that.
What's promoted to them?
I feel you, but what I'm saying is, if I want to be a gangster, I'm gonna be a gangster. But if I get influenced by the Italians, it's not the Italians' fault. I just took that form. What I'm trying to tell you is, in Africa, bro, it's a gang of chicks that's like that. That's not limited to. It's in every country.
Sure. You know what? You're absolutely right, man. Because I remember a friend of mine who left Thailand to go to Kenya. He said as soon as he pulled up, he started hearing the City Girls. He was like, "Oh hell no!" He said, that's all I need to know. All right, let me go ahead and bring on Maximilian.
And then it's
hold on, my guy. Hold on, my guy.
Cool. All right, I'm out.
Maximilian.
What's up, BMT, man? I watch your show, man. I'm gonna finally come on and talk to BMT, man. I'm on Dynasty show, but BMT, let me give you my perspective on this. I'm a little older than y'all, man. When you go to Africa, bro, they don't look at you as a brother. You're a European. So she don't look at him as like she did a black man wrong. You're a European. So don't go over to Africa thinking that woman is looking at you like a sister. That's not your sister. She don't look at you that way.
Uh-oh.
I mean, well, if they look at you like a European,
hold on, game changer. Hold on, game changer.
I'm African.
Let him finish.
I'm African.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. I got both of y'all. Maximilian, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, and I was gonna get because I've been to Ethiopia, bro. And when you go over there, you are European, bro. When they talk to you, when you really get down to when you say I'm your sister and say brother, that's only to get something from you. You're no different than a white man to them. So don't go over there thinking like my sister, my brother, my sister. When you go with that BS, you finna come out there broke with your heart broke. Treat that chick the same way you would treat somebody when you're walking through a crowd. You look out for pickpockets, right? That's the way you got to do when you go over there, bro. It's about bread. It's like that anywhere you go, but especially there.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think within 12 months? Do you think within 12 months is that good enough to impregnate and marry and bring back a chick that you just met?
No,
I don't think you should bring them back ever.
Yes, thank you.
Just like you don't keep a steak in over the garbage can, you don't bring a woman back to the United States. This is the central, like it's in the air. It's going to corrupt. Don't eat your breakfast in the bathroom. Like this is a place that people make money. This isn't a place that you make families and with decent women. They're going to be corrupt. Eddie Murphy had a joke about that in the 80s, the umfufu joke, where she was like,
that was Raw, I think.
Yeah, that was Eddie Murphy Raw. She was like, so they was talking about it back then. It's like, listen, don't bring them back here. Here is where the problem is.
Yo, let me
okay, hold on. I want Manny to address what Maximilian said about that.
Okay. I agree with Maximilian, but the only disagreement I would have, because I've been to Angola and myself, I'm half Ghanaian, half Angolan. I went to Angola 2 years ago. Me as an African, it was a little bit more different. And granted, I'm based in Canada, so I don't really speak Portuguese too well. So they heard my accent already. And I know what you mean. I kind of got that brother treatment a bit. But then I will say this: when I try to mingle with other women, it was kind of hard for me to like smash for the most part because a lot of them wanted like long-term committed relationships. And then talking to my cousins, a lot of African girls, well, Angolan girls, I should say, are not really into casual sex. You do find them, but not too often. But I do agree with them. For me, my experience was a little more different.
Hey, can I say one more thing, BMT?
Hold on real quick. But so Manny, you're agreeing that Maximilian saying that they don't look at FBAs like, you know, brothers or, you know, countrymen to a certain degree.
I will say more so. I would say more so it's like the older generation. Like me, I'm 35. So like the younger generation, oh my God, they like glaze Black Americans. This is what I noticed in Angola for the most part. I didn't hear too much hip hop. Too much of a hip hop or Black American influence for the most part, but however, yeah, I still had a good time.
Yeah, I can say something real quick. BMT.
Who's that?
Passport
for life.
Yeah,
Go ahead, bro.
let's be real, right? Black American culture is the most influential culture in the world. Let's just hands down. Like that's not even disputable right there, right? Okay, think about it. The way, like I said, when you brought up her TikTok, her whole body language, bro, her whole interaction on TikTok is Black American influence. And you gotta understand, bro, like they wanna be in that Black American sisterhood so bad. Y'all know these are the same women that celebrated Kevin Samuels getting unalive. You feel what I'm saying? Think about that. It's that, like that's a fact right there. You get what I'm saying? So like dude said, a year is not long enough to get a person pregnant and bring them to the States, dog. That's insane. Like
I still gotta get a guy. I still gotta get a guy a little grace, man. Look at it. Look at my man's right there on the left side of the picture right there, man. He
yeah, I feel bad for him, but he
she seems to be pretty modest in the way she's dressed. She seems like to be like she would fool me. I mean, from that picture right there.
12 months? 12 months?
Hey, BMT, can I say this, man?
Go ahead, bro.
Come on. Let's be 100, bro. I done met girls. I got kids. I got one of my daughters within a month and a half. When the girl get pregnant, it's because of what you doing, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with how long you know her. So I don't hold that against him. I think 12 months is a long time. So yeah, that's totally acceptable. How long you want the man to date?
No, 12 months is a long time to get them pregnant. 12 months is too short to bring her back. 12 months is too short to bring her back.
No, I disagree. BMT, what's your opinion on it? I think 12 months is
12 months is 12 months is not long enough for you to just put a baby in the chick because you just met her not even last year.
No, I agree.
I mean, hey,
no, I'm talking about to bring her back.
That depends on the guy. That depends on the man.
Exactly.
Like,
that's an individual.
You don't need 5 years to figure out if you want to have a child.
No, I never said 5 years, but 12 months. I mean, if 12 months and it crash and burn, you can't blame nobody. Be like, well, you know, I only knew her for like 10 months.
I think
12 months is not a long time.
I think y'all not taking into account that she switched up on him. That's why
I'm not blaming him. I'm not blaming him. I'm saying for the future, the takeaway that brothers need is to don't bring them back. Leave them where they are. You know,
this is my question.
That is their natural habitat. Like all the good virtues that you believe that she has comes from where she grew up. So why would you take her away from that?
But I guess that applies.
I agree. Divorce rate in Kenya.
What the thing is,
women, though.
She's pregnant with your
I
child,
agree,
brother.
all women.
The woman is pregnant with your child. Of course, he's gonna take the woman with him. What man is gonna have a woman pregnant and leave the woman in Africa? He moves back to America. Now, come on.
Yeah, BNP.
Every
what I
European
heard,
colonizer
he's
has been
solely
Africa.
raising the baby. He's raising the baby.
Oh, he's raising the baby Dolo. Solo?
Yeah, Dolo. Yeah, that's the crazy part, bro.
What? No, they ain't crazy. It's his child. So you know, I would too.
It's uncommon for a woman just to leave the kid and then to go enjoy life. That's we don't see that a lot.
I don't know for a white man, African woman, she'll drop that kid like a bad habit.
Damn, that's crazy.
The 777. I really appreciate that. Just where did y'all get the African divorce stats in? I think I did Chat GPT and Pew Research. You're talking about but I believe that's correct. You know, Kenya, you can Google yourself, but 1.2%.
That's low.
Yeah, that's because they're in Kenya. You bring them back, don't you know? They dream about divorce. The way fish dream about flying, they dream about divorce.
I'm gonna get out on this one, man. Y'all let me say this and I'm done with it. And I appreciate y'all taking the time to listen to me because I am Pan-African, but I'm gonna be honest, man. The same way a chick can set you up in Kenya should set you up. They don't call me Maximilian for nothing. You gotta just be looking out for stuff like that, bro. So
Yeah, man.
you know, you play the game, bro. That's how I roll. I think what he needs to do is call his Republican senator and get her thrown up out of here. If I'm gonna lose, you gonna lose. That's exactly what I would do. I'd be
show
on
the
the
footage,
phone.
show the TikToks and everything.
I'd be on the
Let's get on
phone.
up out of here.
Yeah.
I'll be on the
Because
phone. I
because
say
we
she
know this
can't.
current regime, they kicking out everybody, but they really want to kick it. You know who they really want to kick out?
Right.
It won't take much.
All you gotta say is this African girl tricked me, got a baby by me. She said she gonna come over and be on welfare and be in the project. She laughing at me because this is where she lives. She'll be out before the sun go down.
No, hey, he ain't lying. He's not lying at all. That's facts. That's facts.
Appreciate that, Maximilian.
All right, man. Man, y'all good
Hey,
conversation.
BNT,
Hey,
listen.
let me respond to this. Let me respond to the super chat. Somebody said, "So Africans know better than Latin American / Asian."
I didn't see that super chat. Where's that at?
It's a new one.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Big Guapo, Donald super chat says, so Africans no better than Latin American, Asia. Hashtag Pan-African. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, they're significantly worse, at least in the English-speaking portions of Africa. You see,
whoa, hold on, say that again.
They're significantly worse, especially in the English-speaking portions of Africa. I'm going to explain why. Modern women is like a entertainment transmitted disease. The more you watch English television, consume English media, watching episodes of Living Single, Sex in the City, and all that crap, and Oprah, the more you get that into your culture, the more screwed up they're going to be. So if you come from a woman where English is not her first language, she's going to get less of that Western influence because, there's a language barrier between her and the influence. Not to say that it won't seep in past the barrier, but just saying she's less likely to be quoting Cardi B if she speaks Portuguese. So the more English that the woman speaks, the easier it is for her to identify with Keisha. In Africa, there are a lot of dormant Keishas out there that are sitting and waiting for the opportunity to actually go full-blown Keisha. They save up to buy hair to look like Keisha. They're doing their eyelash like Keisha. They dream and hope for the day to become actual Keisha, the way Pinocchio dreamed of becoming an actual boy. That is their life goal.
Yeah, that validation, that Black American women validation. I'm telling you, they want to get closer to the Black American women sisterhood. That's what it is.
Exactly. And the reason for this is because Keisha was able to do what a lot of women, including white, Asian, Hispanic women, weren't able to do. Keisha was able to completely separate Black men from standards. Nobody has diminished and just trashed their men's standards the way Keisha did. They turned, proud Black men into complete and total fat, chubby, chasing cucks that is willing to eat the vagina of a baby mama knowing that it's not his. That they were able to do that. So other cultures, they want to emulate that. They like, oh man, these women got.
Speaking of that, listen, let me go off that, right? Speaking of that, I was just thinking about this yesterday, right? You see how in America it's a huge baby mama culture. I heard in Kenya they was letting white tea people impregnate them and they just leave, bro, and they accepting that over there.
Yeah.
I heard that too.
The sperminator. A lot of them women were African. From the documentary they showed.
Which documentary was this?
The Sperminator. The Sperminator.
Is it on YouTube? Could you find it on YouTube or no?
Yeah, just look it up. Sperminator.
Oh, okay, I'll definitely check it out. BMT, I just want to say thank you for letting me on. Salute to everyone on the panel. I just got to hop off and go get some dinner. Peace and blessings to y'all.
Peace, brother.
Yeah, but game changer. The only thing I had to disagree with what you said was the real, well, not the real world. A lot of those shows we grew up with in the 90s, like The Different World and all that stuff like that. I don't think that they're watching that. They're watching this
They watching
reality
baddies
TV show. Yeah, there we go. They're watching that's what's giving them the transmitted diseases.
BMT,
Well,
you
I
know
mean,
they got
yeah, no matter
baddies
what the
in
show, I would
Africa
just
right
give an
now.
example because I'm older. But no matter
Yeah,
what the show,
because a lot of that content was more family based, work together, relationship based, like living single. All that stuff was kind of more relationship, family ish based compared to what's shown now. I mean,
BMT,
now
look
it's
it up.
just
living
They
single
got
is not
baddies in
relationship
Africa
based.
right now.
Living single is not relationship based because none of them were in a relationship. It's about 4 women walking around getting different dicks every week. So
you know what?
and
I'm older
the
now.
Africans
You're right.
are
You're right.
watching that.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
And they're dreaming about that lifestyle. Same as Sex in the City. They dream about that lifestyle to be able to actually live unmarried, alone, and do whatever you want to. They dream about that. And
then finding a simp at the end. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Exactly. Like Sex in
the
the City,
goal.
she was 50 and she married a millionaire that just liked to sit around and order takeout and watch her buy shoes. Like that is the fantasy. They are instilling these English-speaking African women with that fantasy, and the woman on the screen, she's out chasing that fantasy.
Yeah, I
She's
hear what I
right now
said.
out chasing that Sex in the City fantasy because she speaks English.
Yeah, okay, listen, it's a very popular show right now called Baddies, right? They literally have a spinoff in Africa right now. It's called Baddies Africa, bro. That's like that
I
show
seen
right
that.
there is the most toxic. Yeah, BNT, look it up. Baddies Africa.
I seen it.
That's the most toxic show
It's not
right
even
now on
that.
television.
It's not even that. It's like they even got like the Pop the Balloon, the African version, like all these social media more.
Shout out to my man O'Shea.
Yeah. Like I said, majority of the content today is like all that reality based type content. That's what's steering women into more. I can do this by myself, and then as long as they have a Russell Wilson to look at, a Boyce Watkins to look at, or any of these multiple baby mamas, as long as they can find some guy to come through and prop them up, then they can always be like, well, if she's able to do it, and then more that they can name, then they're always going to take that route.
Okay, listen, and like BMT say, a lot of dudes ain't taking accountability, bro. It's like I'm quite sure a lot of countries y'all done been through, a lot of them saying the N-word and all this other stuff, dog. That's a clear red flag right there, bro.
Yeah, didn't a woman call J-Rillo the N-word?
Say it right either. They say they don't even say it right.
Bro,
they were calling J-Rillo all types of nigga, some shit like that. Who you talking to, nigga? Like, I'm just like, why you saying it like that?
Nah, but hey, but look though, hey, we got some of us got to take accountability. Cause I be seeing some YouTubers, they'll say that right in front of them, and they'll laugh it off. That, bro, that's not cool to me, bro. I'm sorry, like that just throws me off when when somebody out the country say the N-word, bro. Like that right there alone.
Hey, we in a crazy time when you got women rooting on the fact that
I wanted to ask Zed. I wanted to ask Zed, is she proud of what she did to her family?
This is the thing, man. They don't even care about the kids. That's the last thing on their mind. They care about that Chanel bag and that white.
They care about their own happiness, bro.
That's
they
crazy,
selfish, bro.
That's the most selfish shit in the world. And the sad part is, some of these women, it don't matter if they're 23 or 43. They still got the same mentality. No self-worth, no insecurity.
Yeah, it seems that they don't grow up.
It's a big psychological factor. And I know we kind of look at everything on a surface level to a certain degree, but when you really go into the interior, guys, when you don't control certain aspects of your own society, when you're being, from other groups, of their influence, their Western media, you're not controlling the standard of beauty. The women and the children are always going to be misguided, manipulated, lost in the sauce. Because as men, we can see the bullshit. Like we're the protectors. We're the first protectors of it. But when you got Western media influence, you got music, low education system, poverty, all that in a bubble right there, just wrapped up in this convenient little, package, it's a lot. And I know we be going hard on the women. But it's just certain institutions of influence that we have to control if we want to make a difference. If we want to make a difference for the next generation of women, then we gotta be on some Middle Eastern shit. We gotta say, hey, no Western media, no music is coming into this land. We're gonna block the internet or something.
That's what China did.
No TikTok. We got our own. Let me finish.
China route.
We got our own Instagrams. We got our own, and I think some African countries are even doing this. We got our own. Some of these social networks are generating almost $1 trillion now. Let me put that with a T, right? And these same guys that own these social networks go and they build against your own best interest. It's the craziest thing in the world that these African governments don't just block Instagram, TikToks, and make the money themselves. You know, you got people like Mark Zuckerberg who got 6-7 bunkers all around the world. What he got them damn billionaire bunkers for? So we made this guy rich for him to build bunkers in case of a nuclear fallout. Him and his people gonna be safe, and we just gonna be asked out. It's a lot. I know we kind of just getting on the sisters right now to a certain degree because I feel you. Trust me, I understand what you're coming from, but this is the end result of not controlling certain institutions of power, and specifically the Western media cycle. We gotta take accountability at some point. All right.
You got to
guys,
think about
hold on. I know you want to respond to that, but I got to go ahead and get up out of here, bro. I got another appointment I got to make. Appreciate all you guys sticking on the show. I'm gonna catch this last super chat and I'm going to be out. This is why I'm against people trying to shame black men into traveling to Africa. We can go where we want, be with who we want, and live where we want. Columbia Pesos 10 mil. Guys, don't worry. I might come back and do a follow-up show to this. I know you guys are on the panel, so I might do a part 2 because I didn't know she had a whole TikTok. We'll do a more dissective maybe later on today or tomorrow. All right. Peace. We out.
All right.